It's quite the find. Hello friends, and welcome back to Crow's Thrifty Finds. My name is Melanie. So for this week's video, it is going to be a BOLO video. We are going to talk about some random items in a variety of categories that you should be on the lookout for. I know some of you guys probably have a niche that you sell in. I myself will sell anything that I can make money on. So I feel like a video like this will be helpful for sellers like me that have a wide array of items that they sell. So we're going to go through quite a few different categories, and we are going to talk about these BOLOs and what they are. Apologies for my voice. I am still sick from last week. I wound up getting pneumonia. I've never had pneumonia in my whole life, but my chest felt weird and I was coughing a lot and I went to the doctor. Sure enough, pneumonia. So yeah, so please bear with my unpleasant voice, and hopefully you will just want these BOLOs so bad that you won't care. You can always watch with it on mute too. But let's get into the list. First off, we have this moisturizer called Vanac Cream. Now this stuff, I've been told, is still made, but here's the thing, is that they substituted one ingredient with another. I think their distributor no longer had the ingredient, and maybe the product is not as good anymore, but there's older Vanac Cream, like this one on the screen, that sells for big money. So you're looking for their older variation of Vanac Cream, and depending on the size, it can go anywhere from $100 to $300. So this is a BOLO for sure to be on the lookout for. And this is something you could find at an estate sale or a thrift store for cheap. You know, more than likely it's going to be, $5 or less. And look at this great profit that you'll be able to make. So definitely be on the lookout for Vanac Cream. Next, want to talk about expired 35 millimeter film. It's still a thing. People still want to buy it. And there's many different varieties that you can get that resell well. I'm just going to use this one as an example. This is Kodak T-Max 100 black and white film. So this film is definitely a BOLO. And of course, the more packages you have of it, the better. So a lot of the times these things do come in multi-packs. So if you can find them, definitely pick them up. Next, from the toy category, we have toys made by the company called Brio. Brio makes wooden toys, and they have all kinds of different themes. They have cars, trucks, trains. This example is a farm set, but look at this. This is being sold for $200. So these sell for really, really good money. So if you see wooden toys in a Brio box, definitely worth looking up on eBay and seeing what it sells for. You're probably going to be in for some good profit. Next, we have a pair of sneakers. This is from a designer, or I think this is also an athlete, Cam Hanes. So Cam Hanes has their own sneaker line, and these sneakers are used and they sell for $125. Now looking at these, they don't look obviously expensive, although they're very flashy. But I can imagine, a thrift store possibly selling these, for bottom of the barrel prices, because it's not Nike, or some really obvious brand. So I would definitely be on the lookout for these sneakers. Next, we are going to talk golf. Well, golf shorts specifically. So this brand of shorts, it's a very loud brand, and the brand is called Loudmouth. So Loudmouth makes golf clothing, and their stuff sells for really good money. And they're all really like kind of wild designs. So you see this one's kind of a tiger design. And these shorts sold for $99 used. So you imagine if you find them new with tags, they're going to probably be twice that much. But this is a brand that I don't know that thrift stores are fully aware of to look out for. So it's a very good chance that you could find these shorts for a very cheap price. So definitely be on the lookout for Loudmouth brand golf apparel. Next, I admittedly am not sure how to pronounce this. Do they call it UNRL or is it Unreal without the vowels? I'm not sure. I like to pronounce it Unreal, but I'm not sure if that's really what it is. If anybody knows, they can write in the comments and let us all know. But Unreal, or UNRL, did a collaboration with the NFL, and they made some hoodies, and they sell for really good money. I was tipped off on this on the eBay Thrifters group on Facebook, which is a wonderful group if you all aren't in it. Also, feel free to join my Crow's Thrifty Finds Facebook group as well. I haven't posted in there lately, but I want to try to get back to that. Anyways, so they have these collaboration hoodies with the NFL. This example is the Vikings. The Vikings ones sell really well. I also saw Chicago Bears. I'm not sure if they did the collab with every team, but they definitely have them for the Vikings, and the Vikings ones sell really well. So this one sold for $109 used. So this is some really good money. So if you're in the Midwest, definitely be on the lookout for these kind of hoodies. I mean, technically they could be anywhere, right? But probably more common in the Midwest. Next, we have a bolo that's kind of been kicking around for a while, but maybe some of you are new and aren't aware. So I wanted to throw this in there anyways, because it's kind of this item that I know I've always been looking out for. And recently I actually sold something related to it, which I'll get into in just a second. So this is the Scrubbing Bubbles shower cleaner. And now this one in particular has a booster button, which I think maybe upped the value a little bit more, but this one sold for $172.50 new. I know I've seen them sell for quite a bit less than that too, so I'm guessing this booster button boosted the value. Ha ha ha. But anyways, either way, more than likely you're going to find one of these if you find one new for pretty cheap. Or used. People want them no matter what. So they're going to be good money no matter what. So you definitely want to be on the lookout for these. And also the cleaner itself, because they don't make the cleaner anymore either. And that's what I had found recently. I sold a couple of them. I've got 2 more still to sell in the 40s. So I've got 2 more. So for getting them for $5 each, I'm going to make quite a bit of money on these. Next, I've done a video, if you haven't seen it, on Starbucks tumblers. Now, I focused a lot on the ceramic ones in that video, but that's not to say that the acrylic ones are not valuable. There definitely are some acrylic ones that are valuable, but I tend to look for the ceramic ones more, or glass ones, as they're better usually. But I'm including this on the list because you don't want to skip over them entirely. So, for example, this pink Beatles tumbler here sold for $50. So that's a nice payday if you can find that one. That one's probably a little on the rare side. There's also a New Year's Eve New York City one that's black. And that one sells for really good money also. There's quite a few if you really look them up, but I'm encouraging you to do some research and see what you can do with the acrylic ones, because you see a lot of acrylic ones, or at least I do, like at my Goodwill. I always pay better attention to ceramic, but I'm just letting you all know, don't skip the acrylic ones. At least look them up if they look special. Next, we are going to talk about My Little Pony. Now, we all know, or at least a lot of us know, that vintage My Little Ponies are excellent pickups, but that is not what I'm going to be talking about here. We are going to be talking about this one in particular came out in 2017, so this is pretty new. These My Little Pony vinyl figures. This one's sort of the creme de la creme, but there's others that sell for really good money too. But this one here sells for $275 new. And I don't know how incredibly rare it is, because there's quite a few of them sold and listed. So, I mean, they're out there, but people are buying them. So I definitely would encourage you all to be looking out for My Little Pony vinyl figures. And like I said, this one was made in around 2017, so not super new. It wouldn't probably be in stores now, but definitely, you know, something that people, you know, could be wanting to donate by this point because they, you know, bought it not that long ago and didn't want it anymore. Next, we have Conair gel and lather heater. I believe this warms up shaving cream. Kind of an unassuming looking item. I see Conair and my mind doesn't go, you know, expensive high-end products, but this stuff is pretty special, this unit. So this sells for $100 new, and you know, you figure deduct about 50% if you find it used. I've seen them go for a little bit less than 50% on eBay, but still, this is one of those pickups you may be able to get for, you know, $5. The thrift store may not even know what that is necessarily. They just see Conair and they're like, some random item, $5. So I wanted to put that on the list as well. Great if you can find it new. People still want it. It's a desirable item. But also if you find it used, it's still more than likely worth picking up if you can get it for a good price. And that's going to wrap up the video today. Hopefully you all learned some new BOLOs that you didn't know before. And if you have ones that you want to share with the group, with the channel, I would more than encourage you to leave a comment on a BOLO that you've felt comfortable sharing with others. I know sometimes we have like our secret BOLOs that we don't want to share with anybody. I've given out most of mine. I'm a giver, but if there's some that you want to share, definitely feel free to do so in the comments section, and feel free to check out some of my other videos that I mentioned during this video, like my Starbucks video. That's definitely a good one. And that's going to wrap it about up for today. So until next time, my name is Melanie. This is Crow's Thrifty Finds, and I'll see you next week.